All right, guys. Hello and welcome back to the next episode of our, I almost said Connor Sport. This is not F125. This is F1 Manager 24. Welcome to the episode. A little bit of a hiccup there because we just raced in Monaco. That video will be going out before, well, that video will be out 2 episodes ago by the time this video is up. And then the next video after this will be Spain, so I hope you guys are enjoying that series if you guys are watching that as well. But we're back here on F1 Manager 24. The summer break, I believe it is, if we go look at the calendar, is upon us. We have Bahrain, we have Baku, and then we have the summer break, and then Silverstone, so we have some time. Hopefully the sponsor plan after the race gives us enough money, and then we'll get those parts done in time for Silverstone. So we're hoping, let's see, 16 days at most. We go back to the calendar, 7, 14, 15, 16 days at most for our parts to finish being developed. Then we have the sponsor plan on the following week, so we'll be short a week. That'll be 7, 14, 21. That'll be, we might have to rush these parts. We might have enough money for all 4. Maybe on one car, but hopefully on both cars. If we need to go back into debt to stay on top, we might, but we'll have to wait and see. High Tech GP leading Ferrari by 15 points. If you guys remember the last episode, very interesting race between High Tech and Ferrari from the Qatar sprint, as we're going to be doing the Silverstone sprint race weekend this episode. So not much else to go over right now because we are in debt. And then oh, we have the new regulations, so let's go into that. In debt, yes, I know. Regulate, I don't believe we did the regulation already. Board attendance, that was positive from the last race. There we go. Now we get to the, no, come on, regulation vote. Oh, it's the next week. Okay. Said today, so result, that's the result for what we voted for. Ferrari and Red Bull Ford voted against, everybody else voted for the wind tunnel and CFD time. Oh, Ferrari and Red Bull, are they? They're not even. We're one of the top teams that didn't vote for it. So we voted against Ferrari and Red Bull. Everybody else did as well. And I've noticed playing throughout this season, this music has been louder. I haven't turned it up, but yeah. So they voted against the CFD change. Ours. So they wanted. Yeah, we voted for this. And they didn't want to change it, so we'll leave that as is, and we'll see you guys for the results of the Bahrain Grand Prix. All right, here we are for the results of Bahrain. Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez, top 2, or 1-2 for the drivers today. Sergio Perez starting in P5, finishing in P2, and he wasn't actually, no, about 5 seconds behind him, so that wasn't too bad. Sergio Perez moving up to P6, Lindblad moving up to P4 as he got on the podium again. Constructors were leading Ferrari 374 to 315. Red Bull trying to close in on Ferrari, and I honestly feel like we're gonna pull away from them, but we'll have to wait and see here. See if there's anything else. We got both of our drivers in the top 10 for the pit lane. The pit stop competition as we move up against Williams into P9, 38 points. Now we're behind Audi Sport at 62 points. So that'll be a challenge to try to get ahead of them. We didn't break 2 seconds, but we set their goals to the lowest goal possible to try to save money. We lost $681,000 in that race. And my cat is bugging me, even though I already fed him. All right, we got a lot of We got a handful of other designs coming through. We just don't have the money for it yet. In-depth, post-race, suspension design. Replace some car parts. Oh wow. We only have one front wing left from there. Let's see, car 2 side pod. Let's take a quick look at our stuff. Chassis 4, front wing 1 and 3, 4 and 4, side pods 2, underfloor, suspension. We might be able to make it till after this race weekend, but I don't know. Depends on how much money we get from that game, the sponsor plan, because usually most of our sponsor plans have been about 7.5, 6.5, and we're in the negative almost by 3, so we probably will get maybe 1 or 2 parts. So here's the hoping, and if we can't get parts out soon, I feel like Ferrari's going to close in on us, but our team can do well enough simulating through, as the sponsor plan is 2 weeks away. So let's go ahead and sim forward to the results of Azerbaijan. We'll see you guys in a moment. All right, here we are for the results of Azerbaijan. Fernando Alonso yet again on top, looking to find his 3rd Drivers' Championship with High Tech GP. Sergio Perez finishing P4, gain of 6 positions, so he started P10, P11. Constructors were leading 412 to 333. Man, I honestly feel like we can do good without those parts in Silverstone, but it is Silverstone and it is a sprint weekend. We didn't get the top 10 for this race for pit stops. Mercedes is pushing against Ferrari for pit stops. 1 stop for Alonso. Loss of 681,000 yet again. Perez improving his performance. I don't know how. There is our sponsor plan review. 800 for head of aero fuel event advert. Had a award gaining some performance. All right. Looking pretty good so far. 1.5 million bonus for high confidence. We're back in the positive 5 million. That is way more than I expected. We don't have any more parts really to replace. Oh boy. Suspension, underfloor, rear wing, high risk chassis, front wing. We need to get some more front wings in by this Grand Prix. Do our sponsor plan. We'll actually autofill it. 6 million. Does this get us more money? Engagement. No, it doesn't get us more money. All right, we'll just leave it at that. Confirm. All right. I feel like I have to sneeze. Ugh. All right, we're good there. I felt like I had to sneeze. All right, so let's go ahead. All of our parts have been designed. So let's go ahead and design 2 each of each part. It's 20 days, that's fine. 25 days. Did we get front wing? Yes. 2 each. 25 days. 6 days front wings are fine. Did we get a rear wing? No, we didn't. Side pod. I don't remember. Underfloor. Yes, we did. 7 days for those. Then I believe the last one was suspension. Yes, we did. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Oh, I'll just look back in the recording. So 14 days for those. And then we'll have some time to make some more parts. 30 air tolerance, tire press for Silverstone is not looking great, but top speed, cornering, engine cooling looks top spot. So let's go ahead and sim forward and see what we can do here. Training. Confirm. See how they look for the weekend. Well rested, tired. Alright, that's fine by me. We are no longer in debt. Let's stay that way. Sorry about that cut there. We have some food going. And I almost forgot about it. We don't want to burn the apartment down. All right. Contract rumors. Let's see. Scouting team between here around. Candidates for our team: Bono for a race engineer, Teo Porcher for a driver, Pierre Wash for technical chief. Overall rating: Peter Bonington would be. Did I already do contracts for them? I already renewed their contracts. You know what? Who's gonna be my number one driver? Kimi? I'm gonna put Bono with Kimi. Let's do it. Race engineers. Rating Bono. Scout. Might as well. He's in Alpine. He's in Cadillac right now. I forgot about that. Do we want to throw money into it right now? Your contract. I thought about it behind the scenes in the last episode, but we'll go through it with the scouting. Scout candidates. Tail per chair. Is he active on the grid right now? I don't know. I don't think he is. Is he? No, he's not. Scout candidates. So it's basically scouting them all, I think. All right. Might as well try to set up our team for success. Front wing is done. We'll put the parts on before the race. It is pretty much summer break, so other teams will have chances to upgrade as well. I'm sure they've prepped for this race, same as us. Going sim forward again. Side pod, low stock. Everything's in low stock. Chassis. External contract offer. Recently contracted by Ferrari. I'm sorry about that. I could have swore there was the buzzer for my oven was going off. That was weird. I think it was... That was weird because it's the same frequency as the sound that I heard. Because I have my headphones on. the same frequency as the oven, like a generic oven you have in an apartment, but it still has 20 minutes to go for the food. Are they offering you an affiliate spot or a driver spot? In the beginning of the next season, Ferrari affiliate. You know what? We'll re-sign her. We'll re-sign her. That's fine. 500k, 7 days. She should accept that. I'm paranoid now about that buzzing sound that I heard. August staff survey results. Race engineer and drivers are unhappy. Paddock rumors. See what they have here. Yuki Tsunoda parting way with Porsche after 4 seasons to drive for Mercedes. Porsche F1 team have signed Ayuma Iwasa from Mercedes, so they're swapping out. A lot of different talent. Kakper Suka from Trident? I don't know. Aurelian Hilaire. Rumors hint that High-Tech GP F1 team has approached them, but as of yet, no contracts. That's just throwing shit out of nowhere. I don't know who that is. Staff. Scouting. I don't know who that is. And it's a generated character more than likely. We're spending a lot of time just chatting it up, so we're gonna go ahead and oh, there we go. Race targets. We're back up to like 6 million.
Welcome and come on in to the home of British motor racing. We're back from the summer break with topped up tans. Vacation though is now over and it's time to get serious on the track for the second half of the F1 season.
This weekend will be taking a slightly different form as we have the addition of a thrilling sprint race thrown into the mix.
Let's see then how the weekend unfolds.
All right, and that. Oh, heavy rain for a sprint possibly. Oh no. Dry weather for regular race. Heavy rain for sprint. Ugh, overcast for. All right, we will see you guys for sprint quali here in Silverstone. All right, here we are for the results of Silverstone practice. Andrea Kimi Antonelli getting the top spot. Sergio Perez P4. Fernando Alonso P14 off of that. Just trying to get those setups in. Not really prepared for the weekend compared to the last sprint race that we've had on the weekend or episode, and I forgot to put parts on before the weekend.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us and we're raring to get going.
So I'm hoping we can put them on in this menu. I don't know. Car parts, suspension, install on car 1. They're gonna lose a little bit of their setup. I know that for sure. I just don't remember. It was chassis. It was front wing. Rear wing, no. Side pod. I don't know. Underfloor. And suspension. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put these new guys on there. It's probably not gonna help us, but we're gonna have those parts on there anyways. Suspension, I need that to go on there. They're gonna lose a little bit of expertise on the car. Oh, 40% on his engine. We'll leave it at that. So that's a little bit of my fuck up there. So We didn't get our setups. We got pretty close, like high 90, 97, 98. I'm checking stuff on my other monitor right now. Give me a second here. Still hearing the game, that's good. Give me a second here. All right. That will be. I feel confident that we can get our guys into Q2 and Q3, but we'll go ahead and see. I don't know why I did that. Start, manage, confirm. All right, here we go.
I'm green.
And as always, we'll see you guys at the end of the session. All right, the time has come. The end of SQ1, Perez in the danger zone. Purple sector 1 for him. We kept Alonso in the pits. He's dropped down at P2. He's still safe. Perez knocked down into the red zone by Gasly, I believe it was. Just coming around the final corner, pushing that car. That's provisional pole for Perez. He's good to go. Both of our drivers are into SQ2. All right, end of session 2 for sprint qualifying. Both of our drivers are in the safe zone. Purple sectors for each of them in separate sectors. That's good to hear. Or good to see. Alonso, about 97%, or I think is his pace, or is his setup. And then Perez had 100% on his setup. So provisional front row lockout so far. Both Red Bulls looking to get knocked out. Sargent staying in the pits throughout this qualifying session. I'm not sure if they were replacing parts or the game just didn't send him through. Verstappen might get knocked out here. I don't know. He's going slow down the back straight. Yeah, oh, he might have damage there. So, yeah, Verstappen knocked out. That kind of helps us against Ferrari. Leclerc is only P10. Our driver's in the sprint shootout. All right, 26 seconds to go. I don't know if my guys are going to be able to get across the line in time. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he wants to. Perez, provisional pole. Alonso back at P7. Norris and Hauger still have yet to set their times.
Clear.
See if Alonso can get his
Good
pit.
to go.
I could have done it manually. Come on. Cross the line. You need to improve.
Okay, let's go.
All right, he's on a hot lap. All right. Alonso crossed the line in time. Perez didn't. Perez is sitting on provisional pole. We're waiting to see Tsunoda, Norris, and Hauger. Norris crossing the line. P3. Hauger's going to be up ahead. No, it's going to be Tsunoda next. It's going to be Tsunoda next in the Porsche. Now it looks like he backed out, so it's going to be Hauger. Tsunoda's comfortable with his position there. Hauger yet to set a pace for this session, or a pace lap. I'm just all over the place for this episode. I'm so sorry. It's I have the night to myself to record, and I am blowing it. I do better when they're home. So Hauger pushing it up to P8, Leclerc P10, Perez starting on pole for this Silverstone sprint race. Let's get to it. Right, another recap of our standing or our finishing positions for qualifying. Sergio Perez. Oh wait, Fernando Alonso got third. I didn't wait till. Oh my god. I didn't wait till Alonso. I forgot he was on a hot lap. Sergio Perez P1, Lindblad P2, Fernando Alonso starting behind his teammate. And we might give team orders to keep Fernando Alonso behind Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen. So we are leading against Ferrari. It's looking good for this sprint race weekend.
Well, the excitement levels continue to rise here as the teams prepare for the sprint.
The prospect of bagging a few extra points is certainly going to spur these teams on to fight competitively and finish in the top spots.
Silverstone is ready. The sprint is about to get underway.
All right, 5 red
And
lights
it's
are
lights
on.
out, and away we go.
It's a aggressive run on intermediates. The rain will die down. I believe everybody's on intermediates. Yeah, we might get a pit stop, depending. Maybe Sargent with a pit lane start. Get our guys going on aggression.
You can do this.
Copy.
Starting in the front, Lindblad right there in the middle of the fight.
Be a chance.
Leclerc, Russell passing Leclerc, that helps us. So we look at constructors. Red Bull v Ferrari right now, and we're up ahead.
How's the track?
Not much water, but very slippery.
Gonna leave it like that. We didn't drop any fuel. I could have dropped maybe a lap. I didn't want to risk it. They're running pretty close together too. Lindblad might be able to make a move on Perez here. Not quite. I wonder if I can get a, let's get a decent thumbnail maybe. I wish I could pause and unpause from here. That sucks. That looks okay. We'll take a screenshot here. If it'll let me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. We took one with Steam. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Alright, there we go. Thumbnail done. We'll fix that as best as we can later on after recording. We'll push a little bit on the fuel.
Suggest that you can reduce the amount of lift and coast at.
I wonder if we can get Perez to defend and get Alonso up front. We'll try it.
Don't lose position. Caveat.
Oh, you had a lockup. Oh, shit. He had a lockup. Oh my god.
Okay.
Now we can see what happened.
Right in the middle of the
And here we are
battle.
tackling turn 3. Oh, and the car locks up.
Wow.
And they ended up their own passenger.
That was perfect for us. That was perfect for us. Now we don't have to defend. All right.
Yeah, copy.
It says it'll stay 85 the rest of the way, but that's track details. The rain's supposed to get, there's supposed to be more rain going through, but we haven't replenished our weather center lately. I don't know when the last time we did it. The pack is really split up already. 3 seconds between Lindblad and Leclerc.
No DRS,
Copy.
Let's not fight each other, please. Oh, Alonso made the pass on Perez. I don't know when that happened. We'll balance on fuel now.
Copy.
All right, that was a pretty
And we need to
decent
increase
start.
lift and
To be
coast
honest,
by
unfortunate for
30%.
Lindblad in the Red
Copy.
Bull. But 15 laps to go already. We'll go ahead and sim forward to the end and see what happens. Right, yellow flag. Looks like Perez spun it.
All okay.
Copy.
Get that replay. Sonoda up into the top 3. Same area. Almost hit the McLaren. All right, that's fine. It is fine. That is fine by me. I feel like he can get back into the points. We'll keep the fuel with
Nice. Lift
Alonso.
off. Copy.
Perez back in P10. Tsunoda really putting up a fight in that Porsche. Looking really good. Looking to hopefully make a move after Maggots and Beggots. So we're riding on board. Dumping the battery. He's trying to close in on him, not quite there. All right, we'll go ahead and sim forward some more and see what happens.
Big crash there.
All right, looks like
Watch out for
Lawson
debris.
crash on his own, I believe. His contact with Hamilton, no, Verstappen, I think it was.
As for the team back in the garage,
That's gonna be unfortunate for him. He wasn't in the points anyways, I believe. I could be wrong. Lap 9 of 17. Alonso's still pushing against Tsunoda. And Perez still sitting in P10. Trying to catch up to Leclerc. Oh, wow. We missed it. We should have gone to him earlier.
Entire phase update when you can.
See if we can get that replay.
Yep.
There it
this
is.
is what happened. Now this is Sergio
Nice
Perez.
onboard helmet cam.
The gap opens up for them,
Nice move on the outside there in sector 2.
and they move into ninth.
A good launch. All right. So as we were saying, we're gonna go and sim forward, see what happens before the end of the race.
Copy.
All right, here we are. I don't know how, but Alonso was 8.9 seconds ahead of Tsunoda, starting the final lap of this sprint race. Tires not even, well, Perez with that spin had tires that hit 50%. Perez back up at a P6 from that spin earlier. Back into the points. He fought Russell for a little bit. Made an easy move on Sainz. It's both of our drivers in the points. Let's take a look here.
Try everything.
It's Piastri and Alonso right now for drivers. And we're pushing away from Ferrari. Both of them are outside of the points. So Alonso is in the win. Sainz is chasing Perez.
0.8 behind.
Focus
I
on
don't
the
know
race.
if he'll have enough power to get to Ocon, but we'll try.
Tires perspective, we can push a bit more.
Looks like we'll have a pretty wet future race qualifying as well, maybe, if this doesn't let up. Because it doesn't look like it will. Maybe.
Ocon in front.
Come on.
1 second now.
He's
We have
fighting
to do the
Norris.
race.
Come on. He's fighting Norris. Come on. Can we make a move? Can you make a move here?
Yes, baby.
Final corner, final few corners,
Absolutely
side by
brilliant.
side.
Yeah, well done, guys. I'm happy.
And it makes the move on Ocon on the
comes to a
final
stop,
corner of the
it's the
race.
usual
Alonso
story, so
wins,
it's
Perez
P1.
P5 behind the two
And then a
McLarens.
pause before P0, please.
That is Ferrari outside of the points, P11 and P13 for them.
And P5.
It's a good
P5.
sprint finish for us.
Good job, guys.
Alonso,
Good job, guys.
Tsunoda, Piastri for the podium.
Solid work today. Well done.
Tsunoda bringing that Porsche to the podium. Did really
Fantastic
good. They haven't done really good. I believe it was last season they haven't done that great, but we'll see what we can do here for the future race. Let's go ahead and see it. I don't know if it'll play a podium animation for the sprint. It usually doesn't. All right.
A sensational drive from Fernando Alonso. He's our sprint winner today.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
All right, yeah, no podium animation for sprint races. Sergio Perez losing 4 positions, Fernando Alonso gaining 2, Tsunoda gaining 3, and Oscar Piastri gaining 4 from those incidences. And yeah.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated qualifying session.
The session will be divided into Q1, Q2 and Q3. With the slowest 5 drivers eliminated from each period, their best times will determine the grid for the upcoming race.
Here's Fernando Alonso. Big question, how have things been for him heading into this qualifying session?
Well, one thing's for sure, they are streaks ahead of their teammate, leaving no doubt in my mind that they really mean business.
Good point, Karun. Let's get on with qualifying.
All right. Qualifying. Good result from the sprint. It's the same situation for our guys here. Rainy qualifying. We're not gonna shy away from the rain here. Yeah, 99% and 100% for our drivers. So we take a look here. All right. As always, we'll see you guys at the end of this session.
I'm great.
All right, here we are for the end of the session. Both of our drivers are in the pits. You can see they're sitting P1, P4. There was a bit of rain that let up, so this window right here, everybody else went out for a second run before that dropped, but our guys went ahead and I sent them out as everybody was on their hot laps, and I knew with that rain level, that water level dropping down and the grip picking up a tiny bit, that would have gave us a good run because their drivers were P8, P11 off of first run, their first iteration of runs. But we're waiting to see what other drivers can come up with. A lot of people are coming into the pits. Full of Vesti, Iwasa, Joe. See who else can get into Q2. Leclerc finishing P22. That is bad for a Ferrari, leaving Verstappen all by himself to do that. It looks like everybody's going to be coming in from their hot laps. They finished before the checkered flag was waved. And there we are, our top 16. Lance Stroll, Piastri, Vesti, Iwasa, Zhou Guanyu, and Charles Leclerc out in Q1. Go ahead and jump right into Q2. We're not losing much time on those old inters, so we'll drop to those old inters. And we'll call it good there. So, we'll see you guys at the end of this session. All right, 3:30 left to go. They sent all of their guys out for a reconnaissance lap and pulled them right back in. Our guys are in the drop zone. 2 purple sectors for Alonso. He's sitting P10 right now. The rain did let up a little bit. Hopefully it will not affect us, but we're looking good for times right now. Alonso, provisional pole 1:33.8, just over a tenth faster than Verstappen. We have Perez coming around the final corner. Also in the red zone. Going across the line. 3 green sectors, good enough for P4.
Currently P4.
And that's 3 minutes to go. We're gonna go and sim forward to see if those runners get to knock us out. Bottas and Ricardo improve to the top 10. Hauger's coming up next. They're still crossing the line for their final runs. Russell's coming in. I don't know if he'll have enough time to get back out. A lot of people coming in after their runs. Let's see here. Hauger looks like he was on the hot lap. Norris, Lawson, Gasly. No improvements there. Ocon, maybe. No. Lindblad up into the top 10. There's our top 10. Hauger, Ocon, Norris, Ricciardo, Gasly, Lawson out of Q2. Alonso, Verstappen, Sargent, Perez, Tsunoda, Lindblad, Russell, Sainz, Albon, and Valtteri Bottas. Verstappen still the sole Ferrari getting into Q3. And that is going to be our order for the top 10 shootout. All right. It's going to be a grid penalty for George Russell for wherever he ends up. Full wet qualifying. This will be tricky. Oh boy. It's been a long time since we've done a full wet qualifying session. And we'll see how it goes. Let's go and see how... Oh, wow. We might as well just wait till it enters at this point. Alright, we'll see you guys at the end of the session. Alright, here we are at the end of the session. It's going to be a one-shot for everybody. Everybody waited till intermediate weather. It's going to be George Russell to first cross the line to see where he ends up. We're going to watch everybody cross the line. It's only going to be a one-shot qualifying at this point. Nobody wanted to go out there on the wet tires. Green sector 1 for Alonso. So not the best. 28.8 for Alonso. Green sector 2 for Perez. Russell's coming across the final corner. See what the time is going to be like. Won't tell me. 1:38.8 is the time to beat. That's going to be the Audi next up. Albon. See where he crosses the line. 0.4 is the difference between Albon. Sargent crossing the line. And that for P3. Lindblad coming around the final corner now. Green sector 2 for Alonso. Lindblad provisional pole. It's going to be the Haas next. Sainz up into P4. Bottas and Tsunoda. Tsunoda provisional pole. Ferrari, Verstappen P2. Here comes Alonso. Provisional pole now. Perez, the last person to cross the line. Can he make it a 1-2 for our team? Tsunoda putting up a fight this weekend in that Porsche. That's going to be Perez P6 for this feature race. We have a race ahead of us. Especially if it's going to rain. I don't know if it's still going to rain or not, but Russell went pretty early. So it's going to be Alonso, Tsunoda, and then if you guys remember, Russell has a grid penalty, so he might get knocked out of the top 10. So it's going to be Alonso, Tsunoda on the front row for this race. I don't know how many positions he's going to lose, but we'll see.
52 laps around Silverstone await our drivers as the anticipation continues to build.
Silverstone is certainly a circuit rich in Formula One history. From Giuseppe Farina winning the first championship race held here in 1950, right through to Lewis Hamilton's 2008 masterclass on racing in the rain.
Silverstone is a power circuit. It demands downforce and total confidence in the car for a driver to keep their foot planted through Sector 2, through the high-speed corners at Woodcote and at Copse, and carrying on through Maggots and Beckett's. It's race day, and final preparations are underway. Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. The anticipation and excitement may be building up, but there's a cool head on Carlos Sainz.
They they've done really well to secure a P7 start. Some solid points could be on the cards today.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. Anticipation is high. And the
All
drivers
right, here
ready
we
for
are.
this.
Silverstone
The
feature
British
race.
Grand
The
Prix.
Porsche on the front row.
And it's
That's
lights
something
out,
to see.
And away we go.
And our strategy is a little bit different today.
Trying to reduce the hits on the curb.
Maybe trying a one-stop with the tire talking, or tire talk, tire whispering. Lap 24 for Alonso on those tires. And then
just
lap
pick up the
20
pace a
on
little
those
bit.
tires for Sergio Perez. We don't have to do that yet for him, so we'll just leave it at that. We dropped 3 laps of fuel.
Okay, mate.
We're gonna see what moves Perez can make. We're gonna drop our fuel early, so we don't have to worry about it. I thought Leclerc had a pit lane start. I guess not. Overtake on L1. Nice overtake there on the inside. All right, very simple. Coming through Maggot's Beckett's now. Battle between Lindblad and Verstappen up a bit up ahead. No, Verstappen Sonoda side by side. Russell fighting Ocon, Stroll fighting Piastri. Perez trying to make a move on Lindblad, not quite yet. Want to see what that tire life looks like for Alonso. Yellow flag, who was it? I don't know. Signs running wide in turn 15. All right, that's gonna be unfortunate for him.
DRS enabled.
He's still sitting P8 though. All right. We're gonna see what Verstappen has on Alonso here.
0.4 behind.
See our tire strategies for today. Most of the grid is on softs. Not much you can do there. That is fine.
I cannot push any harder than this.
Do your best.
We'll give it another lap to see where that tire life is going. Looks like Verstappen's gonna be on a 2-stop.
You are doing good. Currently P4.
So let's take a
Perez
look at
make a move on Lindblad.
Here we are going into turn 9. The
Nice
opportunity's
move on the
there.
outside there. Nice move. Alonso keeping the pressure on Verstappen, who's looking to try to make some recovery points for the team. This makes us about 100 points ahead of him right now. Sergio Perez move up into P5.
Yes.
That's all good.
All right. Take another look at that. Not the camera angle I wanted for a possible thumbnail, but I did say we had one earlier in the race, earlier in the episode. All right, Alonso back into P1, Perez up into P4.
You need to keep your K1 usage.
Trying to
down
put
a
the
bit,
pressure
otherwise you just
now
run out of
on
battery and then you'll just
Sonoda.
be taken by everybody.
Copy.
We're out of battery. Can we see what that tire life looks like? Looks okay for now. Both Red Bulls up in the top 6. Yellow flag yet again. I'm not sure what happened that time. Stroll. Let's see, where is he? Stroll in the back of the field with a lockup. Nice move on the outside from
it's not.
Perez to Sonoda.
Can't
Verstappen
hide
overtaking
this
Alonso
Sonoda.
again. Big front of the field fight here for
You are
both
doing
of
a
our
mega job
drivers.
out there. Currently P3.
Now
Take a
we
look at
should be
that.
able to take a look here. Right, let's follow the action now at turn 7. There's the opening.
All right, nice move. Nice move. Ocon had a lock up in turn 7. He is back at P13. Alonso putting pressure on Verstappen. Perez defending off Sonoda. We're going to go ahead and sim a few laps forward, see what happens before the pit stops. All right, I'm coming out of simulation on lap 17, and I have a lot of people actually coming into the pits. Lindblad, Hauger, Ricardo, Russell, Lawson, and Ocon. Sargent up ahead, and Leclerc all the way in the back. Fuel looks good. We'll start dumping battery. Perez is still fighting Sargent. Alonso's fighting Verstappen.
Copy.
The tire life is looking okay
Can use
right
K1.
now. This is a 4-man front for the lead. They're all within a second.
job. You are currently P2.
Take a look at that. Nice overhead camera view. Fernando Alonso taking the position from the Red Bull before Maggots and Beckett's.
Yes, let's go.
As they're leading the race. Yeah, Leclerc making an early pit stop there.
He's on DRS.
Yellow flag. Hold on.
Watch for debris on the circuit.
Is that a safety car? It's too late for a pit stop.
Here's the replay. It's the Red Bull driver.
Arvid Lindblad
Passing
back in
it so
P12
close.
after a pit stop, making contact
And
with
the impact on
Ocon.
the car, it's quite clear. And thankfully,
Ugh.
after that, it seems the drivers are okay.
Oh, that's gonna be a safety car, isn't it? Verstappen might have the advantage here. No safety car. Sargent staying
We need to
out.
reduce K1 usage.
All right. Everybody else. Norris, Sargent staying out. I think Norris already pit. No, he has not. Vesti coming into pit. It's gonna be Perez, Alonso, Sargent, and Norris. The last 4 to not pit. So Sargent and Norris may be on 1 stops here. As Verstappen back in P5. Leclerc still back in P22. We are not 2 stopping this. Tire life is looking okay for Alonso. I might drop it 1 more. See where he ends up. All right, we're gonna go and sim forward to Perez's pit stop. All right, here we are. Perez's pit stop. Doing a 1 stop here in Silverstone. I don't know how we can manage it, but we're trying it. Alonso's looking okay to hit his pit stop window for his tires. All right, no issues there. 2.1 is the stop.
Be careful, pit exit.
2.1. Where's our stop time? Oh, he's got to come out of the pits first. Maybe. Or did he not make it? No. 2.187. That's 12th for pit stops.
Sargent.
Perez coming out P5. Alonso 12 seconds ahead of Norris, who has yet to pit.
There's 2 seconds behind you.
Verstappen fighting with newer tires.
32 laps to go.
So now it's going to be Perez's chance
Currently
to
T5.
avoid high-risk curb
Sargent in front.
and
4.2.
fight for the end of the race. All right, we'll see you guys
0.2
for
behind.
Alonso's pit stop.
There is a crash. Still debris there. Watch out.
Our yellow flag.
Let's see what happened there. Now this was the 7th
George
corner,
Russell.
with not much room to move.
I
And
believe
you
Carlos
can see how the
Sainz.
cars come together. And I don't think there's a lot of doubt as to which car came off worse there.
Sector 2. Verstappen now 6.2 behind
about
Alonso
tyres?
and gaining. Perez sitting back in P6.
Copy.
He's got one more lap to go. He's doing okay. It's gonna be his lap to come in now. Piastri holding on to the fastest lap. Here's our pit window to mediums. Go and push.
Box this lap.
Okay,
Go
box.
top up on that. You can avoid a high risk curve now.
Let's have a
Perez
look at
overtakes
that.
Albon.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
Almost 3 wide there.
They decide to give it a go.
It was 3
That
wide. Oh
was
boy.
Simply superb.
It was a through goes Hamilton moment right there. Not quite the same corner, but still. All right. Alonso to the pits. Perez trying to chase down Sargent. A lot of fighting going on in the midfield. All right, here we go. There goes Verstappen there in the top right. Team is ready.
All is good.
Perez overtakes Albon yet again. Alonso on a good pit.
You're in clear air.
2.124. I don't think that's going to be enough. No, 102 is the top 10 for pit stops. So we're coming out behind Russell. Ahead of Russell. It's going to be putting the pressure on him.
You're currently P6.
Yellow flag again. Russell walk up turn 2. That was right before we
Russell right
unless
behind
that was because of us
1.5
coming out. I
seconds
don't know.
behind.
There goes Sainz on the overtake. Russell on the overtake. Nope, not quite there. All right, guys, they're in the top 10 still. We're about halfway through
Do
this
your
race. Simulate
Car behind is Russell.
till the next set of pit stops. I know we're not going to be pitting for the remainder of this race, but we'll go and see where we end up after those pit stops. So we'll see you guys in a moment. All right.
Can I keep this pace?
Lap 36 of 52. A handful of people went into the pits already. Albon, Stroll,
Riding to 7.
all these other drivers.
The race is
We're
still
back
on
onto the
grass.
podium. Perez running wide. Oh boy. I missed that. Lindblad dropping into the pits. Verstappen 4.7 ahead. Looking to run a long stint on those soft tires. Sargent,
And we are
same
okay with that,
traffic
officers?
as we're catching up to him, I believe. Yeah, they're about to go in on those soft tires. And then going from there. So everybody else going on
0.3.
2 stop, like I said, and then we're going to 1 stop. So we're gonna run those medium tires to the ground to the end of this race. And the tire life is looking pretty good for both of our drivers. So maybe not so much for Perez, but we'll see what we can do here as they're both racing with each other. Just hope they don't crash or anything. As Verstappen and Sargent going into the pits. Now it's time for our guys to push some battery here.
Mode push at the moment.
See him coming down the hill. Sargent comes into the pits. Verstappen going on a new set of mediums. Tsunoda has a mechanical fault. You can see all these guys have mechanical faults. Verstappen, Sargent, Piastri in as well. How far back behind is he?
Remember, long way to go.
Sonoda 4.3. How old are those mediums? He's about to go in as well. On the softs. Verstappen 7 seconds clear of the leader, excuse me. All right. We'll leave the battery
Just do your
running
best.
for a little bit, and we'll see where our guys can end up here towards the end of the race. So we'll see you guys in a moment.
You need to keep your K1 usage.
All right, we knew the risk. Lap 48 of 52. Verstappen, P3, Alonso, P2, Perez, 5 seconds clear of Verstappen. Well, behind. We have a little bit of fuel. I don't want to push it.
Load push.
We can try to get Perez onto that podium, but I don't know how well that's going to be. I don't know how well that's going to go. It's 13 seconds clear of Albon for P4, which I feel like we can make that last. I have no idea.
Low flags.
Alonso overtaking for the lead on Sargent. Right before Maggots and Beckett's here. Nice move on the outside, staying in the lines for pole position. Verstappen 3.4 ahead of Perez. Sainz is retiring. Leclerc has retired from the race. Extensive damage. We'll push a little bit of fuel on Perez.
Less lift off.
We'll deploy.
Yep. Can use K1. Copy.
We try to close in on Verstappen to get that podium.
4 more laps.
I feel like we can take this off. We're gonna go with a risk.
Copy.
We're gonna go with that risk here.
Copy. And save fuel. Yep.
3 laps
Copy.
to go. 36% on those medium tires.
Wow.
We'll take it off
Okay,
for
let's
both
get
of
on
them.
Still
Well,
everything to play
he's
for.
already
Behind
off
is
that one.
Verstappen now.
Sargent 3/10 ahead. He might win another race. Perez falling back 2.2.
You can catch him. And slow down now.
All right, we'll go ahead and sim to the last lap and see where our guys end up. All right, Sargent.
About to start the last time lap. Let's get
Go
up for these
all
guys
out
in front.
attack. Perez 3.7 behind Verstappen. Alonso 1.4 behind Sargent. Still a decent finish for our guys. A lot of teams most likely brought upgrades. McLaren finishing in the top 10. Andretti getting Ricciardo in the top 10. Verstappen making a move on Alonso. I don't have any. Okay.
Car behind is Perez.
Come on, Alonso. We have some fuel to burn.
Low to push.
Okay.
Come on,
Level
Alonso.
lift and coast.
Copy.
Verstappen managed to get onto that podium too. There we go.
We need to
Come
reduce
on.
K1 usage.
Copy.
He can make a move on those final few corners. I know he can. Not quite. Photo finish to the end. Verstappen
Next car,
taking
Sargent.
away a win for Ferrari and Silverstone. Sargent P2, Alonso P3, Perez P4.
Okay, that's the flag.
Tough fight.
P3.
We tried with the one stop. Wasn't enough.
Out of you guys.
See where our points lead us here. Sergio Perez moving up to P4. Piastri trying to close the gap on Fernando.
Finish P4.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Then Ferrari trying to close the gap on us. And Gulf Williams passing Porsche with that finish.
Good pick up, please.
It's a decent race today. Decent weekend with the sprint. A lot of points for all the teams. Sonoda, late retirement from the race.
And that's another race done for Fernando Alonso.
And third place sees them round off today with a trophy to mark the occasion.
And that man up there is certainly no stranger to an F1 podium. Always great to see Fernando in the top 3.
No stranger to the podium at all, that's for certain. This is the kind of consistency every driver wants to have.
Well, we might be in Britain, but our podium finishers won't be celebrating with a cup of tea tonight. They'll be staying true to Formula One tradition. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And here in Silverstone, the weekend now draws to a close.
In the next round, we head to the shores of the Red Sea as Formula One returns to Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
All right, there we have it. The results for our Silverstone Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso P3, Sergio Perez P4. Photo finish for the top 10. 7/10, 4/10, just about a second and a half. Fernando Alonso increasing the gap on Piastri like you guys saw. Sergio Perez passing Lindblad and Leclerc in the standings at 158 points. 4 points between him and Lindblad. Constructors, let's see where we're looking at here. Andretti Cadillac on the board with 1 point halfway through the season. With one fastest lap. They're finally on the board. Let's see here. No position changes for the constructors. Everybody except for Mercedes scoring points on this race weekend. I believe it's just the race weekend. I could be wrong. No top 10 for us there. Cadillac passing Aston Martin Honda. We could have just gone with the 2-stop like everybody else, but that is fine. We lost some money there. That is fine. And after almost forgetting to put our parts on, it was a very close race. Engine poor condition. Go to setup. Let's go and switch that out. Already onto our third one for Alonso. And then our next episode is going to be Jeddah, Mexico, and Zandvoort. We're gonna do, we'll do Mexico. We'll simulate Jeddah and Zandvoort, and we'll manually do Mexico. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far as we are closing in towards the end. Not only our F1 team's first Constructors Championship, but Fernando Alonso's third Drivers' Championship to his name on his career, as we have 3 more episodes to go. So Abu Dhabi, Italy, and Singapore is going to be a good episode. Might do Singapore there, and then Spa, Vegas, and Monaco for the finale. Can't wait to do it. I'm sure you guys can't wait either. We'll see you guys in the next one.